It's a god-awful small affair to the guy with the mousy hair, but her mom is yelling no, and her dad is told to go, but a friend is nowhere to be seen. Now she walks through a sunken dream to the seat where the clearest view, and she's hooked to the silver screen. But the film is a saddening bore, 'cause she's seen it 10 times or more. She could spit in the eyes of fools as they ask her to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the freakiest show. Take a look at the lawman beating up the wrong guy. Oh man, wonder if he'll ever know he's on the best-selling show. Oh, is there life on?
Hello?
Is this Robert?
Yeah, Robert speaking.
Hi
Who's
there.
this?
We're from Poltergeist Theatre.
Oh yeah, the theatre guys, yes.
Yeah,
Hi.
we got your email.
Good.
I'm Rosa, there's 4 of us here.
I'm Julia, hiya.
I'm Alice.
I'm Will.
Okay, hello everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
We just wanted to ask if you could tell us your story in more detail.
Right, sure. Okay, so it was about this time last month, and there was I came out of Tesco. It was about 10 o'clock at night. Had my headphones on, listening to a bit of Barry. I get outside and I don't know why, but I looked up and I saw this light in the sky. I thought it must be a plane.
Wow.
Was it moving?
No, it wasn't moving. That's the thing. It just stayed there. It was just a reddish light, just hanging there. And then it split up into 4 different lights.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I
Yeah,
can't
I mean,
believe
that
it.
doesn't sound like a plane.
Yeah, 4 different lights. It's just split up really quickly, and then they lined up horizontally. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And all this in Malden Road Tesco's car park.
Alright.
And then, just as suddenly as they come along, off they went like a light switch.
Wow. What about?
Absolutely incredible.
So, Robert, can you tell us more about that funny feeling you felt before you saw the lights?
It's like nothing I've ever felt. I mean, it's very sweaty, sweat running down the back of my neck. A sort of electric feeling, sparky, and then the ends of my fingers and my toes really warm in a weird way.
Warm?
Like warm, like when you just stepped into a bath.
Whoa.
That sort of feeling, yeah.
Were you, was there anyone else in the car park with you?
No, I was completely alone, just me. No one else around at all.
Sticking out of this flange. But I'm pretty sure that day I saw a spaceship sitting here.
Your name is Bob Taylor. It's 1979, and you're about to make the news. You're wandering through the Deckmont Woods in Scotland at night. You walk forwards. You stop. Listen. Tell me what you hear. You hear the birds in the trees. You're walking your dog. What's their name? Daisy. Their name is Daisy. It's a nice name, and Daisy's a nice dog. Feel. Tell me what Daisy feels like.
Real good.
Thank you. You feel the rain on your face. And a light breeze. It's very light. But it's getting stronger. But suddenly, the breeze stops. You look up and see a black disc floating in the sky. It lands in the clearing in front of you. Its long, creaseless landing gear presses into the leaves on the ground, cracking them into pieces. A walkway slides out, the door opens, and two strange spheres roll out. They roll towards you, and you reach out both hands. You can't see much. You have to rely on touch. Tell me what they feel like. They feel like spiky hands. But suddenly, the saucer begins to rumble. Softly at first, but growing louder and louder. It's as if all the atoms in the air around you have begun to vibrate. It's as if it's gearing up to something, as if something is about to explode. There is a moment of silence. Instead, your hair stands on end. Gravity is playing tricks. You fall. Your coat tears. You open your mouth. You stick out your tongue. Your tongue dries up. You try to get up, but you can't move your legs. You can't see anything. Everything is dark. You start to panic. You know that there's something close to you. It's getting closer. It's so close. Something wet licked your face. Feel? Who is it?
Dog.
Daisy. Daisy licked your face. Daisy leads you home. You're in bed now. You hold your wife's hand all through the night. You know what you felt. Whatever anyone says in the morning, you know what you felt. When the sun rises, you sit in your living room and think about what happened. You want to share this with someone. This memory. You want to tell someone. But the moment you do, thank you very much.
Sorry, what's your name? Jess, and where are you from? Oh my god, Earth? What? No way! I'm from Earth too, so are these guys. That's absolutely insane. Okay, let's get to know more of you. What about you? What's your name?
Hannah.
And where are you from?
I'm from Bournemouth.
Earth as well. Guys, this is insane. Okay, what about you? You call Rosa? No way, I call Rosa. So we're basically the same person is what's happening here. We must have so many times.
So many airplanes. Where are you from?
What about you guys? Where are you from? Earth as well. So many comments. What about you guys? Should be like what we say we're going to and then we never do. We actually
Wait. Is anyone here not from Earth? Whoa, that is amazing. That is amazing.
I'm not really buying it, guys. Not really buying it. We're going to have to do the quiz.
Sorry, everybody.
So, this is a quiz we found online to find any potential aliens who might be in our audiences. I've tried it on all 4 of my cats, Minnie, Sock, Sooty and Lola, and it is foolproof, I can assure you. So everyone on your feet, please. A small note before we start. Anyone found to be an alien in this audience, you will be rooted out, not only from the Pleasance Islington, but from all Pleasance venues worldwide. So, number 1. Can you please stay standing if you have green or brown eyes? Number 2. Can you please stay standing if you're over 5'4"?
This is just rude, Will.
I'm 5'5.5" actually, Alice. So, number 3. Can you please stay standing if you've ever had a problem sleeping? Wow, that's pretty much everyone stood up as an insomniac, okay? Number 4, please stay standing if you're interested in science and space tech and that kind of stuff. Why do you even come to this show? Okay, final question, guys. Number 5. Can you please stay standing if you've ever felt alone on planet Earth? Wow, so many aliens! Alien! Out!
Last question.
Wait, what?
There's one more.
There's one more. Okay, final chance, guys. Number 6. Can you please stay standing if you can control electrical appliances with your mind?
Literally told you it's fine. Well, sorry about that, guys.
No, bear second, sorry.
Right, so, Robert's walking down here, head down, shopping bags, headphones in, listening to, I don't know, Hunky-Dory. No, Ziggy Stardust. Then, tingles, neck, fingers.
Toes.
And then he looks up here. Oh, God!
A plane? It could have been a plane.
No, because it splits. It splits.
Yeah, but what splits?
What, the lights?
No, I mean what splits like that?
2 planes.
Bye-bye, guys.
Wait, what?
4 planes.
I told you I'm going to see this film.
Oh, bye then.
Wait, what?
We know you're only going to the cinema because you fancy that boy who works at the box office, Will.
Wait, how do you know that, Julie? Rosa, that was supposed to be a secret.
I'm sorry.
Rosa, it's the crane.
What? Where?
Over there.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah, okay, but it doesn't have lights on it.
That's because they're taking it down. Robert obviously saw that crane.
Cranes do have little red lights on the end.
But they don't split.
Hallucination. Alice? No, when you spend too much time alone, your visual cortex just starts to make stuff up. Like in Madagascar when the lion thinks a zebra's a steak.
Wait, what, that's a hallucination?
Yeah.
I thought that was just the magic of the island.
Wait, you guys think this shirt's too jazzy for a date?
Oh, you look great, Will. Well, it's not a date, Will. You need to ask someone out for that, okay?
Would look a bit beautiful though, wouldn't it?
What? The crane.
All lit up. In the dark.
Alice?
Yeah?
Thought experiment.
Imagine me. Okay. Imagine you.
Okay.
Imagine all the people in this theatre.
That's not hard.
How real are they?
Pretty real.
Could you touch them?
Bit naughty, Julia.
Imagine all the people in this city.
Okay.
Imagine all the people in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland.
Is that including the Channel Islands?
Them too, yeah.
Okay.
Imagine all the people in the whole world.
All 7.6 billion of them.
And counting.
Okay.
You've got it.
Yes, difficult, but I've got it.
Now, just imagine one person.
So, Robert, thank you so much for ringing me. You said something else had come up. Are you still happy to talk about that? Whew, got the sugar. Rosa? No thanks. Robert, how many? So, what did I miss? Robert was just saying that he's been contacted. Oh. What did it sound like? What did it say? Is that it? Robert, do you really think this is going to happen?
Strange gas took samples from his blood from the stomach, but I wasn't able to break him.
Your name is Antonio Villas-Boas. You're 23. Can you wave to the audience for me? Thanks. It's 1957. You live in São Francisco de Sales, a small agricultural village in Brazil. You are engaged. One night you're driving your tractor. You do it at night to avoid the heat of the day. Can you drive your tractor for me? So you're driving your tractor and you're scratching your chin. And in this moment you're thinking of everything. You're thinking of the size of the night sky, how cold the air gets when the sun goes down, how the grass bends beneath the tyres of your tractor like footsteps, maybe. You imagine the tyres are like big black shoes. You think it might be nice to have nice black shoes. Maybe you should become a lawyer or a salesman or something. I don't know. Your chin gets itchy again. You scratch it. As you scratch, you look up. Big, blue nothing. But then, flickering into existence, right over the fields, is a small red light. This pinprick of light turns into a marble, into an egg, into a melon, into you don't even know, and it grows at an alarming speed. And you close your eyes. And you open them. And you look up. And it's hovering above you, sort of serene and glowing and biblical. And in this moment you feel everything sort of slip away. All of your concerns and your worries. It's like pulling out a plug and watching dirty water drain away. It's like turning off a whirring, shaking computer. It's like letting a bee out of the jar. And you close your eyes. And you open them. And you're in an empty room. You're cold. You rub your arms to warm up. It begins to sink in that you are alone. Your heart starts to speed up. It knocks quickly, politely, like the way your brother knocks on the door of your house to ask you for a favour. You breathe. Your chin gets itchy again. You reach up to scratch it. And somewhere in front of you, you hear a gasp. You search for the noise in the dark, but you can't see anything. To adjust to the dark, you close your eyes. You open them, and sitting in front of you is a whole audience of aliens. Blue-skinned, bug-eyed, naked. And instead of feeling scared, you start to relax. You wave at them. They wave back. You get this sense that they are in awe of you. You feel like you are the most beautiful thing they've ever seen. They think you are brave and beautiful. Your heart leaps. You have this feeling you've never felt before. A joy and happiness and safety and belonging and a million other good things. And you close your eyes. And you open them. And you're back in your field. Your tractor is charred and smoking. You go to check the time. 4 hours have passed. You go home, you kiss your fiancée goodnight, and you close your eyes. You close your eyes. You open them. You're a lawyer now. You have 4 children. And sometimes when you think everyone else is asleep, you go into the garden. You sit on the grass and you look up. You feel a piece of your heart is up there. That up there you meant more than you do down here. And softly, without a sound, you begin to cry. To stop yourself from crying, you close your eyes. And I wonder what it takes for someone like you to tell the world. I wonder what it takes for someone to say something that sounds crazy. And I wonder how many other people are like you but haven't said a word. You open them. And I watch how much courage it takes for someone to stand up. I watch you stand up. Thank you.
Oh, guys. Okay, are you ready for this? We're about to bring it down. Are you ready?
So we did a lot of research for this play, and we're going to tell you about some of it now. Just remember that people actually wrote these. Articles we found in our research! Amazing photo reveals gorilla and camel living on the moon.
I think my grandson might be an alien.
Give it to me. Two men teleport to Mars with a 19-year-old Obama.
This giant cube UFO keeps returning to our sun. Why?
Forget the moon landing hoax, because the moon doesn't exist.
Newsflash, the Earth is hollow and literally filled with aliens.
Queen Elizabeth is a lizard alien, confirmed by Buckingham Palace.
Those same aliens that killed JFK just rigged the World Cup.
Over 12 million Americans believe lizard people run their country.
That's really messed up.
Will?
What?
Will?
Cocoa Pops, Moons and Stars?
Yeah.
Are they any different to normal Cocoa Pops?
Completely different.
Okay, fine.
Question.
Julia,
Yeah?
Robert's there?
What?
Robert is in the aisle?
Robert who?
Robert.
Oh, Robert.
It's Robert. Where did he go? Julia.
At that point, strange thoughts started telepathic communication with these entities.
I'm telling you, come on out. Good time.
Punch the entity.
Yeah, I'm yelling to her. Hi, who are you?
My name is Barney. Your name is Betty. Can you tell me your name?
Betty.
We had problems getting married, didn't we? Because, I mean, it was the 50s, so the person I wasn't super allowed to be with the person you were, but we don't care. We're mavericks and we go on adventures and we get on like wildfire. I mean, let me give you an example. So I say peanut butter, you say celery. Because loads of people eat it with jelly, right? But we have it with celery as a snack because it's way nicer. So I say peanut butter, you say
Celery.
Do you remember how old I was when it happened? I was definitely in my 20s. Can you tell me exactly how old I was?
24?
That's it! I was 24 and I was working. Can you tell me where I was working?
At a Walmart.
That's it! I was 24, I was working at Walmart, but that day I wasn't working because we were on holiday. It's the 5th of September, 1961, and we're on holiday. We're driving through the New Hampshire countryside. We've got Chet Baker playing in the car because only music we can agree on. And the window's down, the wind's blowing in your hair, and how does it make you feel?
Alive.
You feel alive, and me, I've never felt so happy, but then we look out and we see a big, silent UFO in the sky, and we black out. We wake up in our beds. Now, I don't remember anything but you have terrible dreams. you're going to have to help me to talk about your dreams. So first you dream of 50 giant lizards running through the hills. How does that make you feel? How does it feel to see 50 giant lizards running through the hills?
I mean, they're kind of cute lizards, so...
They're kind of cute, and you're like strangely drawn to them as they claw their way towards you, and it's swirling in and out of focus, but then it starts to crystallize. It's like fixing a TV aerial. It's like the first time you saw me cry, and you're in a room. What color is it?
Green.
There are aliens all around you. Are they tall or small?
Small.
And the funny thing is, they don't speak. They communicate using thought transference. They talk to you more than me. Wish I could remember more of what they said. Can you tell me one question they asked? Just one, anything.
Are you happy?
I wish I remembered as much as you. 2 months later, it's my birthday. How old am I turning on my birthday?
25?
And I'm off to work, which is...
At Walmart.
And you've made me my favourite snack, which is still...
Peanut butter with celery.
We know each other so well. Together, on my birthday, we decide to write a book about our encounter. Together, as a couple, we decide to tell the world, and I've been thinking about this a lot recently, that maybe it's not how we say something that makes it true, but maybe it's where we tell it. So, if I stand up in court, maybe I'm closer to the truth. Or if I stand on a plastic bucket in a local park, maybe I'm further from it. Or maybe in a car in the New Hampshire countryside, truth is a bit more tricky. But people believed our book. You know, if there was Twitter in 1961, we could have built like a whole network. And you had that amazing name for the book. What was it?
The Little Green Room.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Guys.
Yeah.
Thought experiment.
Okay.
Okay, so when you were really little, you find this alien and it's kind of ill, so you take it home and you nurse it to good health and it kind of looks after you too. One day it just disappears, but your time with this alien remains your fondest childhood memory. Okay. So years later, you're sitting on your sofa, you're watching daytime television, and this movie comes on. And there's something a little funny about this film, something a little familiar. You remember the alien's long fingers, its big eyes, and cycling away from the police. And in that moment, you realise your time with this alien was just the film E.T. Does it remain your fondest childhood memory?
No, I think it does, because Spielberg is like a maker of memories.
It's okay, I got one. It's year 10. You're at a house party. You're dancing by the crisps, the Doritos, the Skips, other ones. And your crush comes over to you. And you share a snog. And it's the best kiss you ever had. A year later, you're kind of reminiscing about this to your mates at the prom. And they're like, no, your crush, they did it for a dare. Is it still the best kiss you ever had?
Well,
no, it didn't happen to me. No, wait, what? No, it's hypothetical, guys, hypothetical.
Okay, so, moving on. You're hanging out with your best friend. They've been your best friend for years, you share everything, and you're just chilling one day and they start peeling off their skin. Okay? So it's just coming off. It's coming off. It's like a banana. And it comes off to reveal they're an alien. Been an alien this whole time, obviously. Are they still your best friend?
Guys, what you're talking about here is actually called the peak end rule. A theory which says that people judge an experience disproportionately by their feelings towards the end of that experience rather than the sum total of the whole thing, right? So what you're really asking here is, does the end of something make the rest of it more or less true, right?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Now, I've actually conducted an experiment concerning this very topic. So, Rosa, you enjoyed a brownie today, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes, you did. In fact, you enjoyed it with some friends. Hiya. Hands up if you enjoyed one of my special brownies today, hands up. Right, yeah, right there. Hiya. They were good, weren't they? They were good, Rosa.
Yeah.
Excellent, you might say, excellent.
Yeah.
One of the best, maybe one of the best?
Sure.
Thank you very much. They were homemade, thank you. So what have I told you, Rosa? That this unforgettable brownie by me, that I made, homemade, what if I told you that I made it with a little bit of my own poo? Does that change anything? Does that change anything? I mean, not much, but some. Guys, thoughts? Okay, poo brownie, it's a toffee, think about it, okay?
Imagine that didn't happen. Would that change your experience of this show? Should we cut it? Imagine me.
Okay.
Imagine you.
Okay.
Imagine all the people in this theatre.
That's easy.
Easy.
Yeah, they're right here, aren't they?
How real are they?
Pretty real.
Could you touch them?
Short arms.
Imagine Robert.
Okay.
He's real.
Well, yes and no.
Yes and no.
Yeah, he's a version of himself here.
Yeah.
A version of events.
I had a dream about Robert the other night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had a dream that we all went to Robert's house and we met the alien. And it was so quiet, you could hear a spider string a web up in the corner of the room, and then we waited forever, and then it arrived.
What did it look like?
I just saw lights. Just thousands of tiny lights making up a person. And then it started to get scary.
Scary?
Yeah, so I was nervous, so I reached out for some tea, but my hand passed right through it, and the alien picked it up instead. Because it was the only real thing. And then it stood up, drank the tea, and it walked right through me. Right out of the theatre.
And then did you wake up?
Yeah, then I woke up because my phone started to...
Hello?
Hi, hey Robert. It's
Hi, how are you?
Oh, we're good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, great.
Julie and Will are also here, so who I don't think you've met in person yet.
Hello.
Hi again.
Hello.
We were just wondering about what you told us at Costa, that the alien was going to come and stay in your spare room.
Yeah, we were wondering, have you heard anything yet? Has anything happened?
Yeah, no, I mean, nothing's happened yet, but I've had a message. It's gonna happen. It's coming really soon.
Well, like how soon?
Oh yeah, next couple of days. Definitely gonna happen next couple of days.
Wow. So are you preparing or?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll be getting the room ready.
So what do you like put in a room for an alien? Because I mean, it's obviously not human like us.
I don't think you're things exactly like you and me. I've just got it ready like I would for anybody. I've got some fresh sheets on the bed. Very important.
Yeah.
Put some books out that I like.
Nice.
And I've got some food. Some tins, or I think beans and stuff. Some pot noodles.
right down, waiting for the gift of sound and vision. And I will sing, waiting for the gift of sound and vision. Drifting into my solitude, over my head. Don't you wonder sometimes about sound and vision? About sound and vision.
Obviously look as interesting as you guys.
Well, it's completely random.
Hey! Look! Which one's me?
The one with the yellow.
Look, obviously we
Just
can't...
another anonymous story in a box of loads.
Oh,
I'll do something else.
are you sure?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I don't know, I'll make something up.
Okay, we'll go up the back. Right, okay.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Where are you all from? Me too.
Well, people have to eat those. Okay, just start the next scene.
We didn't hear anything from Rob.
Maybe he thought he came across crazy.
Well, maybe he thought we were going to make fun of him in the show.
And maybe he was right. Look, we talked about this for a while, but maybe there was a danger of us turning him into the alien.
For whatever reason, though.
Curiosity, concern.
Boredom.
We waited. And Robert rings me. Hello? Hi, Robert. Hi, how are you? No, really? What, tonight? Yeah, sure. Tonight, we're on our way. Alice. Alice. Alice!
Hello.
Robert's house, tonight.
I'm busy.
Put down Super Mario and meet me outside.
Okay, I'll see you in a minute.
Julia.
Julia!
Julia!
What?
What are you doing?
Oh, literally nothing. Where do you want me?
Will.
Well.
What? I have a date.
Oh, who the box office boy.
Wait, what do you guys want?
No, it's nothing, Will.
I'm
Have a
gonna
good
tell
night.
him.
Robert says the alien is coming tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come with you guys.
We meet at the high street.
We get the bus to Headington.
Head up to the house.
Here we go.
Are we going to ring the doorbell?
Yeah. Your name is Robert. It's 2017 and we're outside your house.
And you come up to the door.
You walk back into the house.
We follow you into the spare room.
And we step inside. Okay.
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 A bed.
Blue sheets.
Cup of tea.
Some lonely planet lights.
Slippers.
A Nokia.
Jigsaw puzzle of the galaxy.
What are these?
Pack of playing cards.
The pickled eggs.
You walk over to the center of the room and you put your phone on the ground.
And you're saying something about it coming through your phone. Your friend is going to arrive using your phone's GPS. A beacon. A beacon in the night.
And I want to leave. I'm making eyes at Alice to say we need to leave.
But I'm sort of fascinated. I'm drawn in.
And we wait.
Nothing. I made for the door.
I catch it. Then red. You say it has to be red. He can't arrive unless it's a red light.
And slowly, holding my breath, I walk to the center of the room. I kneel with you, and
Then
the phone starts to crackle.
the lights flicker out.
And like a pixelated picture.
Like dial-up.
A thin, delicate thing.
He floats there in the dark.
He looks tired.
And I don't know why, but I reach down and I hand him the cup of tea.
And I give him the slippers.
And he walks back to the bed.
And he lies down.
And gently, I tuck him in.
And we step away.
And I feel
Feels like a dream.
warm.
You lead us back to the front door.
You thank us for coming.
You are a shadow waving in the doorway.
The door shuts.
And just like that,
We're back on the street.
The air is cold.
no cars.
And I feel a tingle on the back of my neck.
And my fingers...
And my toes feel warm.
And I look up at that crane.
And hanging off the crane.
There's a red light.
A red light shuddering in the sky.
Over the Tesco.
Over the Tesco.
And that solves it, doesn't it?
I stare at it.
I stare so long
I stop trusting.
This red light in the sky.
But the crane was taken down.
The crane was taken down.
And softly, without a sound, the red light splits into two.
And the two lights become 3.
4.
5. 6.
7.
8. 9,
10,
10,
11,
12, 13.
And they fill up the skies over Headington.
And we're going to need your help for this part.
Because what happened next is really hard to describe.
All of the lights came down from the sky.
And they began to surround us.
And I take someone's hand, maybe your hand.
And they just keep coming.
Over the houses.
Over the Tesco.
Looking for a bed.
Looking for a friend.
And it's like pulling out a plug. It's like turning off a whirring, shaky computer.
And I want to remember every second of this.
It's as if all the atoms in the air around me have begun to vibrate.
And I close my eyes and I listen.
I feel them all around me, shuffling and breathing and being.
And I open my eyes and I look.
And I think, if we're feeling this together, if we're in this moment together, then maybe that's enough.
Sometimes that's enough.
An ending coming. I wonder if I'll be the same afterwards.
It means so much to us that you've come out to see one of our last performances of Lights Over Tesco Car Park in London. The play text of the show is actually for sale and we'll be selling that outside. So if you really, really liked it and you want to take it home with you, you can. Thank you guys, we've been Poltergeist Theatre. Thank you.